Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the daily time frame. And of course, we should start off with ETH, but we'll get to that in a second. So they're both everything's pumping. It's pumping. Both the major coins anyway, and the others are following along. It started with ETH though, but since we're here on Bitcoin index on the daily time frame. We yesterday we busted a move outside the white parallel channel, the white zombie channel that I've talked about for decades, and marked by this white and purple line here that you see on this chart of lines, many lines, and that's fantastic. You can also see that currently we are sitting at the top of the green parallel channel, trying to bust out of that. We pierced through it and have fallen back into it. So we are attempting a move out of the white parallel channel, the green parallel channel, and into this blue parallel channel, which we are in. That was the reason for the consolidation that we just went through. Here, you can see the blue line hidden behind all those other lines. Let's bring it to the front. Visibility, style, maybe. Wait, how do we do that? Oh, you know what? I think you just got to go on here. Visual order, bring it to the front. There's the blue channel right there. You can see we held it as resistance here and then support here. Finally held it as support. And now we are clearly back in it. Blue parallel channel is the trend line that we fell off. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this down here. But before I do, look at the RSI crossover above the moving average. Very pumpish news there. Blue parallel channel is the bottom portion of that is where we had been trading in since the beginning of 2023 after FTX, and it's where we fell out of here in mid-August, for this little blip down here. This little blip kind of, while it wasn't necessary, it wasn't it perfectly fell in line with Bitcoin's historical movement that it makes as it came down and simply bounced off of this major trend line that goes back like literally to 2011 or something like that. Um, so, but here we are back in the blue channel and trying to leave the white channel, not this one here, but this one here, trying to leave it behind and re-enter the for trading in this area here, upwards and onwards. Probably more like, well, following my purple line here. Let's make that really fat. I mean, we are following it. We have been. We've been following it since I drew it way back here. We've been following it perfectly to a T. And I imagine we come up here. There's the top of the blue channel. Come up to the top of the blue. Keep coming up this way to the top of the blue channel. And back down to retest the top of the green channel at the halving event, which happens to be 48,860. Well, that's exactly at the halving. So somewhere around the halving, we will come back down and retest that. That's just what I believe. And I believe we will come up all the way here to about 62,000. That's unless we hit the blue channel earlier, could do that. So anywhere really, maybe this is see that's the end of January. Yeah, we could hit it earlier if we stay in the orange channel. That's about 59,000 ish, 58 and a half, somewhere between 58 and a half and I think, yeah, actually, I think we should move that. Let's move that online right now because I want it to tie in with the orange channel here. However, we possibly could come up above the blue channel, something like that. I'm still sticking with around 62 ish, maybe not quite, somewhere around there. That's the end of February. I think all the ETF hype will have maybe lost a lot. People may have lost interest by then, and we'll see a pullback. We'll see. Now, so it'll be clear, but Bitcoin is not safe right now. So I got sidetracked talking about the future, but let's go back to the present. While we have busted a move above this white parallel channel and are trying to bust out of the green parallel channel, we are not safe yet. And I will switch to another chart with not so many lines in order to show you that more clearly. Now, in this chart, you see a new parallel channel. Come on. It's doing things I don't want it to do. You'll see this white dashed parallel channel with the bottom of the ascending triangle in common with the bottom of that channel. And the reason I put this in here is just to show you the area that we've been trading in. This is the channel we've been trading in since here in October 23rd. And as you can see, all we did was come up to the top of that channel with our current move right now. So we are not in the clear. We make even this, I mean, there's no, it would be fully within the realms of possibility and not really scary at all if we came back down to possibly retest the top of the triangle at 38,000 or even dip through it a little bit at some point over here, 37ish, slightly lower. But I in no way believe that is what's going to happen. I believe December is a pumpy month. It's going to be a 30 to 50% gain in December is what we're going to see, in my opinion. And I don't think coming back down here is really going to get us there. I'm sure, of course, yeah, we could pump and have a big, huge pump back up. So yeah, it could happen. But right now, Bitcoin is not in the clear until now. I've drawn a couple of pink lines here, and we'll change this one to a different color, just for the hell of it, to distinguish. This is the area that we will pump up to. It's the target from the triangle here. Well, right there, somewhere in this circle. I imagine us coming, and it makes perfect sense because it's the intersection of the center lines of this orange parallel channel and the blue parallel channel that we're entering. So I perfectly see that next week, mid next week, to close to 45,000. So yeah, hit this target and then continue onwards and upwards, much as we did back here, heading into the FOMC meeting. and CPI data release, which I don't think it's going to tell us anything we don't already know. So Bitcoin, anyway, to get to the point, Bitcoin is not currently safe, and there can be an argument made for either of these lines. Stop doing that. The pink line, of course, is just perfectly parallel to the white channel we've been trading in and touches the highest point of our most recent price action. And that is up around 40,700, 40,900-ish area. Alternatively, a line that is completely parallel to the blue channel that we are now entering. Is it the blue channel? Maybe it was. Yeah, it is the blue channel. This white line is completely parallel to the blue channel and crosses at that same point. Now, I just kind of threw that in there. I didn't really zoom in and accurately put it right there. That's close enough. And that price is currently at around 40,000, 300, say 300 to 350. So that's what we're looking. We got to get up above these lines here to be actually have a confirmation of this breakout, in my opinion. I know we're broken out of the purple or this pink triangle. That's great. We're on our way to the target. That's great. But we're not out of this parallel channel yet. So, as usual, we're getting mixed signals. And worst case scenario, I think we just come back down here and retest it. Of course, that's not the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is that we retest it and it fails, and we fall down somewhere else, way down here somewhere. But I think that's really highly unlikely, considering people are buying up millions and millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin, and as you can see here, looking at Ethereum here on the daily time frame. Also here, I have the RSI pulled up, and you can see Ethereum just yesterday and today crossed up above their moving average, and this is very similar on many other charts. You'll see the same action, either about to cross or having just crossed. And Ethereum started this whole business here with led Bitcoin on this move, pumping through. And we're on a daily chart, which is fine. So Ethereum's the highest it's been since go way back here, May of 22. And what did we do? Did we get higher than that? Yeah, we did. We got up to about 2180 something. So we did get higher than that wick. What is this wick here? Yeah, we just really came up to about that wick right here. So we still, yeah, Ethereum, same thing. We still got some room to move upwards to actually confirm this. But it's certainly foreshadowing what's about to happen here with both Bitcoin and Ethereum are showing us now. In a previous video, I was looking at about a 15% move this week for both. And you know what? That was coming from down here somewhere earlier. Let's just take it from here. Oh, I did something wrong. Try again. Let's take it from the top of this candle wick here. Approximately 15%. Oh, that gets us up to inside the screen. Mid-December. Anyway, I see Ethereum continuing in this channel, more than likely. Now you can see here that we did come out a bit there, but overall in this general direction upwards, and probably hitting the center of this parallel channel, and this one too sometime this month, towards as we get into the middle end of this month, up around 2600. So I've had that as a target here. Anyway, I don't really have a lot to say except go Ethereum. Yeah. Um, we can zoom out on a weekly and kind of get the overall macro view of Ethereum here. Not quite certain what that red channel is. I think that red channel wasn't meant to be. Oh, you know what? It was a different take. I'm not going to move it now. Let's leave it there. It was a different take on the angle of these green parallel bull run channels, parabolic bull run channels, which are perfectly parallel to one another. Yeah, okay. Nothing else to say here. That was the chart we already looked at. Okay. I did want to bring up Solana. I did want to talk about Solana because I had a price target on Solana I mentioned in a previous video, and I do want to change that. Looking at Solana over here, and we don't need to be on a weekly time frame, but as long as we are, you can see the well, I have this parallel channel here. It encompasses the price action of Solana's entire history. Why isn't there a dinosaur down here? Usually there is. Um, boom, boom, boom. All these points of contact here, here, here. And yeah, along the center line, you can see. So I do expect to get, like we did here, this bull run. I expect to come out of that in this bull run. Maybe, yeah, not as much as this. Maybe, I don't know. You gotta lower things a little bit with each consecutive bull run, but I do see us coming up around to the top of this channel. At least, probably that's up around. And I think maybe I'm lowballing this $600 to $700 region, 750 for Solana. Yeah, probably am lowballing that. Probably do come out of the channel a little bit higher, up into over $1,000 or so, but that's a long time from now. What I wanted to talk about was currently on a weekly time frame. When you move higher in the time frames, these channels kind of go askew a little bit. You can see here that the orange one and the lighter colored one are kind of crossing each other. But that's just because of the points that were chosen on a smaller time frame that don't really give it a different angle on a weekly, on a higher time frame. Because you can see here that those channels are together. They're actually part of one another. They have the same line as in common. Here on the bottom, and it's where we are currently trading here. Now, this is a bit confusing with Solana, and I've gone over this before. We have but I have my green lines that I've drawn here to show the head and shoulders pattern here. So that was a reversal pattern, reversed us into this parallel channel marked in white. Then we had an inverse head and shoulders pattern immediately after with the pink lines here, shoulder, head, shoulder, which reversed us into uh, this orange parallel channel that is perfectly parallel to our original channel that we were in. So that reversed us into that. However, and I didn't draw it here, but there's another reversal pattern within that one. And why don't we just draw it now in, well, I don't know what color that's going to be. I don't know what, well, let's see what color I'm drawing in. Maybe I can change it to red. Maybe let's change it to this color. And delete that. Let's see if it stays red now. So you can see the head here, which was a previous shoulder, and then right here we have a little shoulder, and right here we have like a double little shoulder. Regardless of what it looks like, it's a clear reversal pattern with a neckline right about here. So it's slightly different than not slightly different. It's a lot different than the inverse head and shoulders that we just created. And what it's doing is turning us upward into this red channel, this red parallel channel. And I just noticed that is why this target isn't correct here. I gave you this original target of 68.77. It's correct. The time frame is just off. And so this is why there's so many lines. You can see here a symmetrical triangle formed by this pink line at the top here, which is the neckline of our first inverse head and shoulders pattern. And the bottom of that symmetrical triangle is, this orange channel, which will turn a different color in a second. So that is the symmetrical triangle we had been consolidating in. And a breakout from there is this pink leg here, this measurement here from the bottom of the triangle. Not way back here. You know what? We could do that. And that would probably take us up to the top of the, I mean, it's possible. Let's go ahead and see what that would do. I hate this because they don't allow you to draw an arrow. You have to draw a trend line and then change it. So where were we looking at? We were looking at from, you know what? Let's try again. We were looking, yeah. Oh, from here. Take it from there to about there. Let's clone that and move it over here. Yeah, see, I don't really see anything that is really makes sense with. I mean, it hits the top of this channel here. Keep it in mind. Let's put a little X there. And I don't think this is, you know what? I don't even want to. Well, you know what? Let's put a question mark there. I don't think it's, yeah, could come up here. By next Tuesday, though, I don't know if that's going to happen. That's crazy. Maybe. Maybe it hits over here. That seems more reasonable to me. So anyway, I'm deleting this X right here because that was the original target. And upon drawing this new channel, this new red channel, it seems more obvious that we will continue up this way and possibly hit this pink target. You can see that we're hitting it right there at the center line of this channel. Now then, do we come back down and then boom, mid-December, have some sort of a big explosion? Maybe, who knows? Let's just wait and see. Actually, this is around the FOMC meeting, which is over here. Well, we're on a 4 hour, so it's way over here. Who knows? Anyway, this is a new target at about 68.87. See what happens after we hit that next week. So that was my correction on Solana. Let's go back and look at how we're doing here. Actually, let's look at render because render's actually not. Last time I checked, it was in the red, but it's coming back up. Yay! And it's kind of doing the same thing Solana's doing. Really, it's snaking along the center line of this channel. Marked by this yellow channel here. So it's just really snaking along that center line. No big moves yet. I do expect it to pretty soon stop doing that and make a move. And I guess the move would be upwards to around here. This is mid-December. Let's see what kind of a move that is. From here to there. See, that's the 50% move. By mid-December. That's why I think everything's going to move 50%. I don't think this is extreme at all. You can see here, we just did this here, made the similar move. I don't think, nope, I think it's fully in line with what we've done in the past. And let's go back and we were going back to look at ETH and Bitcoin to see how they're doing. Currently on their breakout. Not a lot. We just, of course, we're forming a new 4 hour candle here. So the body of that candle, oh, that's on the 4 hour. The body of a 4 hour candle, anyway, will be formed outside of this channel. That's good. Good news. And Bitcoin, what are you doing? Well, Bitcoin is attempting to form a body of a candle. It's not doing it currently, but if it does, it quite arguably could be forming a body of a candle above this green line if it gets its butt in gear a little bit more. But looking good. Things are looking good, folks. And of course, if we hold these levels on Ethereum and Bitcoin, we will be creating gaps on these little fellows here, which are the futures, whatever assets. And on, well, I did want to go over the gaps we will be creating on Bitcoin and Ethereum futures charts this weekend if we hold price action that we are currently holding, and point out here that we just formed a gap here on the 3rd and 6th of November, about 1852. We did come down 1863, so about left about a $15 gap there. But even more significantly, back here somewhere, where was it? It was at 14 something. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. We left a gap here on the 10th of March, 2023, from 1436 to 1529, $100 gap, which has never been filled and probably never ever will get filled. So we tried to come down and fill it here. Didn't get close before busting a move upwards here. So I doubt that one will get filled. Now I have a whole video about the Bitcoin CME futures gap, and I guess I have to put Ethereum in there as well. But you know what? Sound quality probably isn't that good on it, and I have a different microphone now, and so I will be remaking these videos that I have here in the Cryptos Essentials section of my YouTube channel. And note at the top here, you'll see a link to Alto IRA. That's the IRA account I use. The IRA, the IRA, the company I use for my Roth IRA that has my crypto in it, and I can trade that tax free until I'm a much older man than the older man I am now. And so that's about it. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. How do I turn you off? Oh,